Hello, you. Welcome to the second episode of Reviewmageddon, a show set to change gaming shows forever.
As you all know, X-League have banished us to this Aztec temple, where each week we review all the latest games.
Yeah, and we give them all high scores, so the publishers give us loads of nice free stuff.
No, we don't. We review each game for how good they are.
Yeah, of course we do. This week we'll be taking a look at Ninja Reflex and Bully Scholarship Edition.
But first, up on the show is a 367th first-person shooter on the Xbox 360, Turning Point: Fall of Liberty, which sees an alternate reality where Nazi Germany invades the city of New York. Watch it burn.
Ladies and gentlemen, for the past 2 hours, our country has been at war. The cities of New York, Boston, Philadelphia, and Washington, D.C. have been the targets of attacks without warning by German forces.
That's Turning Point: Fall of Liberty, which is set in the alternate 1950s where Nazis were taking over America.
And they're in a bit of trouble, aren't they?
They are indeed.
Just like the game. Lots of people are giving lots of bad scores to this game. They're really digging into it, but we enjoyed it a little bit.
We did actually, yeah. The thing about the game is actually it's so bad, it's actually quite enjoyable, which nobody seems to understand.
I mean, there is a lot of problems with it. I mean, the AI, well, they're pretty dumb.
Yeah, but you could just. They have things. I think the AI strategy is if they ignore you, you might go away.
Yeah. I mean, they just stand there and let you run straight at them and shoot them in the face.
Unless they're kneeling, you can't shoot them in the face if they're kneeling. Some sort of super Nazi power.
Yeah, like some sort of invisible force field.
Yeah,
or
speaking of Nazi powers, they've also developed the power to develop giant fruit.
Yeah, they seem to be developing some genetically modified massive bananas.
Yes.
I mean, it's crazy. It's literally bananas when you think about it.
Dastardly Axis. If they're not taking over
countries.
If they're not taking over countries.
They're making giant bananas.
Giant bananas.
But it's not just the silly AI or the giant bananas. It's also clunky controls.
Yes. The fact is you can't use the iron sights. It's a lot easier just to walk around, just shoot. So they're going like that. No, don't bother doing like that. It doesn't work.
It's extremely linear. I mean, it doesn't always tell you where to go, but still, you completed it.
Yes.
You did. It's like a car crash.
Well, there's no point if, it's the only thing you can do. There's no point going online because there's nobody there to play online with. I mean, look at that. We spent half an hour this morning trying to find somebody to play. Search failed.
It's amazing to think
search failed.
That no one in the world is playing this game online.
Yeah, so
literally no one.
The multiplayer mode is set in an alternate world where nobody else is alive.
Yeah. So you go on there and you shoot basically at nothing except for the odd door or
Omega Man: Fall of Liberty, that is.
I mean, it's pretty depressing when you think about it. But I mean, the game, we still played it. Like I said, it's a bit like a car crash. You can't help but look and sort of keep going.
Yes, and also if you do like playing games where foreign nationals have taken over New York, you might want to consider actually getting this game instead.
And how much that cost you?
I paid a grand total of 1 penny for this on an auction website.
Amazing. So it's like either Freedom Fighters, which is quite a good game actually.
Yes, but they did also make Kane and Lynch, which is a bit poo. So anyway, we won't go into that one. And what did you think of the score, sir?
Well, like I said, I mean, you do play it. I mean, it's all right. It's not too bad. I mean, it's not great. It's pretty poor actually. I'm going to give it a 2 out of 5.
Yes.
It's
not bad.
Sort of.
But I am going to give this a 2 out of 5 as well. I know it's a bad score. It's actually not. It's quite good, but the game's so bad, it has to get this score.
There's
I'm
so
so
many
sorry.
first-person shooters on the 360.
But at least it's better than Hour of Victory, which is a terrible game.
Yeah, that's pretty poor, really, isn't it? But there we go. Anyhow,
if there's one thing the Wii doesn't need any more of, it's mini-games. So what does EA do? Well, they released Ninja Reflex, another mini-game fest which you test your elite ninja skills. Use your sensei to watch this.
Pinky-san, welcome to my dojo. You have come to learn the way of the martial arts. The martial arts are dedicated to perfecting oneself by integrating mind, body, and the spirit.
Well, how exciting was that?
Yes, nice old last bit of footage there of Uncle Albert. About Fools and Horses.
About as exciting as the actual mini-games themselves, of which there's only 8.
8. And one of them involves you shutting your eyes and breathing through your nose.
Yeah, yeah. Meditation's always great, isn't it?
Yeah,
but there you are with some nunchucks.
Yeah, nunchucks that you actually don't use a Wii nunchuck with. You actually use a remote on its own. And basically, you just fling it around like a mad idiot like that.
An old man throws fruit at you.
Yeah, an old man grandad throws fruit at you.
And I mean, look, that's something everybody's always wanted. It's like a sword game on the Wii.
How many people going, oh, let's go have a sword game? And then EA managed to screw up probably the most obvious idea you could do with a remote.
And
well
it's
done.
Completely boring and extremely dull, which is quite a shame.
How can you make a minigame that only lasted 15 minutes? We'll ruin it.
And also, I mean, there's also, like, you know, you throw, like, those shuriken things.
Shurikens, yes,
yeah,
shurikens or morning stars.
It's just basically point and then flick the remote.
You just flick it. I mean, they're just cardboard cuts. You don't do any proper ninja stuff in this game. You don't sneak into somebody's mansion and slice their throat or something in their sleep. You actually just go up and shoot a couple of cardboard cutouts. So, you know, if you want your kids to be ninjas.
And what's this guy doing? You're getting flies and you're putting it in his bowl.
Yeah.
What is he going to do? Eat them?
Yeah, he's trying to get his meal for free, innit? Wait, there's a fly moth soup. Oh, right, don't worry, it's a mini game. Yeah. And also, don't forget the old fish stroking mini game.
Yeah, everybody loves an old fish stroking.
Yeah, it's well-known ninja tactic. He goes around stroking fish.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it just shows. These are like this is the game. Yeah, this is not just like a little part of it.
This is a 30-quid game, and there's 8 mini games. I mean, I actually wrote a review a couple of while ago on brain training as well, which I mean, I only had 16 mini games. This has got half of it, and I feel right bad now.
I mean, especially for a console which is already fueled by so many mini games, it doesn't really help, does it?
So what are you going to give this score then, Mr. Locke?
Oh well, let me have a little looky here. Now I get my little thingy out and. I'm going to give it a 2 because it's pretty poo.
Poo, really? Yes, poo for 2.
Yeah.
I am also going to give this a 2 as well because even though it is a casual game, you're supposed to go easy on them. The game is actually pretty dire for one of them. So
yeah, it's pretty disappointing. I mean, yeah, like I said, and then the console's fueled by so many mini games, but never mind. I'm sure it'll be a ninja game. That'll be good soon. Anyway. Last but not least is a game which caused outrage not too long ago. It's originally released as Canis Canem Edit. Now it's back on the Xbox 360 and Nintendo Wii with its original title, Bully. Take a peek.
Jimmy, please say something.
James? What? Who are you? Mom, I thought you told me never to talk to strangers.
Like I said before, Jimmy, please be nice to your new stepfather.
So that's Bully Scholarship Edition, a game loosely based on the teenage years of Wayne Rooney.
What I love about this, though, is the fact that it's sort of like a GTA, but set in a school. Yeah. So like mixed with Grange Hill, isn't it?
Yeah, except you don't go around, you know, worrying about drugs with Zamo and that. You go around egging posh kids' houses.
I mean, it's like I said, it's like GTA. You know, instead of having a gun, you've got a slingshot. Instead of like throwing grenades, you throw stink bombs.
Yes.
And then beat up other little kids and stuff.
And instead of running over prostitutes, you go around picking on smaller children.
But don't forget, I mean, it's not like as violent as GTA or anything like that. No, and you are not a bully. You're the bully.
Yeah, this is the actual thing about the game is it's everyone goes, oh, you go around being bullies to people. And you don't. The game is only as bad as you are. If you go around doing the whole game doing nothing, it's actually quite good. The mini games are quite good. This is one where you have to go press a button combination to get to winning things. Pretty obvious. There's a couple of other ones there's a new one for Scholarship Edition which is using Trauma Centre as a type of mini game.
Yeah, basically you dissect a frog. It's pretty cool actually, and I quite like the mini games.